च धर्मस्य सर्वधर्मस्वरूपिणे अवतार वरिष्ठाय रामकृष्णाय ते नमः. My dear monastic brothers and my very dear devotee brothers and sisters, today we are on the last day of the celebration of this all Andhra Pradesh Bhakta Sammelan, and you have been listening to a number of enlightening talks about Sri Ramakrishna, Holy Mother, Swamiji, the message of Vedanta and all these topics. Just now you have heard a very wonderful talk on Sri Ramakrishna's Kathamrita, Gospel of Sri Ramakrishna. That it contains the essence of all the four Vedas. The Swami spoke very well, and that was expressed by to everyone. Of us could appreciate it because of your claps now and then. When you are listening to him, you could not control yourself with the simplicity with which he expressed the ideas of Kathamrita. We continue the same subject in a way. We discuss the uniqueness of Sri Ramakrishna as a Guru. Ideal always is unique one. It is unique, it is a special manifestation of the Guru power in Sri Ramakrishna. So we will discuss how Sri Ramakrishna was a unique Guru, a special type of Guru. As was his disciple also, Swami Vivekananda. He was a special type of disciple. So there is a unique Guru and a unique disciple. We will discuss that. Before that, we should get some general idea why Sri Ramakrishna came to this earth. Sri Ramakrishna has been hailed as the Avatara Varishta. He is the best among the Avataras. When human beings lose faith in God and in the eternal soul of man and the eternal laws of God that govern this creation, govern the fate of everyone, when we lose faith in this one, we become very selfish. We become pleasure-minded. We run after sensual pleasures, thinking that it is the only pleasure available. And we become self-destructive. We destroy our own selves. One biologist wrote, no species of animals kills its own species. It goes and kills other species. It is the special species that is human being, they kill themselves. So this is the uniqueness of this. And this self-destruction comes when we forget God, when we forget our eternal soul, when we forget the laws that govern His own creation. So to re-establish this faith in God, faith in the eternal soul of man, faith in the eternal life and joy of every one of us, God Himself comes to the earth. Yada yada hi dharmasya glanir bhavati bharata abhyutthanam adharmasya tadatmanam srijamyam. God comes to establish dharma. What is this dharma? Dharma is that way of life which accepts God, which accepts the eternal soul, which accepts the eternal law of God that governs the whole creation. So that is dharma. Yatra Krishno tata dharma, tata dharma. Wherever God is there, there dharma is. So that is how the Bhagavata and the Bhagavad Gita describes. So God comes as a revealer of the spiritual laws and the spiritual phenomena of God, soul, creation, the laws, bondage, law of release. This is the spiritual world to make us know, make us, we common people know about this. God comes as an avatar. That is how Sri Ramakrishna came as the Avatar Varishta, the best of the avatars. Why is he called the best? As you have listened to Kathamrita, you can understand a little of that meaning. Best of avatara is the easiest to understand. And when we understand his highest truth in the easiest way, who cannot be called as the best teacher? In that sense, Sri Ramakrishna is the Avatar Varishta. He makes the most difficult subject of spirituality, the spiritual world, easy for us to understand. So this is how Sri Ramakrishna came. He demonstrated to the world that God is, that human soul is there, and human beings can achieve eternal joy and eternal life. And the laws of God are operating through every one of us, everything in this universe. So Sri Ramakrishna demonstrated this one. Then he left a series of enlightened souls like Swami Vivekananda, Swami Brahmananda, Holy Mother, and their disciples. A parampara gurus he left. This is how the uniqueness of the Guru, Sri Ramakrishna, the start. Sri Ramakrishna has got the special name of Guru Maharaj. No other avatar we call them as Guru, Guru Maharaj. The main name of Sri Ramakrishna is Guru Maharaj only. Because Swamiji himself called him as Guru Maharaj. So Sri Ramakrishna is referred to as not Sri Ramakrishna, but Guru Maharaj. He is the king of all Gurus. He is the greatest king. So he himself said to Divine Mother, Mother, make me a king of devotees. And that is how he has become the king of Gurus, Guru Maharaj. So he reveals the spiritual world for us. He speaks in the language that is understandable by the very, very common person. This is one of the uniqueness of Sri Ramakrishna. Perhaps Buddha taught in the local language of Pali, the common people. But Buddha had limited people to go to him. Perhaps those people that are in and around the Bihar, so they went to him. But here was Sri Ramakrishna, to whom people went from all parts of this country. From Sindh people went, from UP every part of the people, part of the land they went. And people from the outside India also came. One cook was there. So this cook saw, he heard about Sri Ramakrishna. Sri Ramakrishna also heard about him. So here is a person who speaks to the whole world in a simple language so that any common man can understand. Say one example of his simplicity in language is God with form or without form? If God is with form, can he be without form? If God is without form, can he be with form? Sri Ramakrishna gave an example. He can have form, he can go without a form also. He gave the example of the sea. Sea is water, it has no form. But then if you go to the extremes of the earth, the North Pole and the South Pole, there the sea is coagulated into ice. All around the year ice is there. That is also water only. It is the sea only. Sea is solid there. Sea is liquid here. Simultaneously it is solid. Simultaneously it is liquid. So God also has got form and formlessness also. This was a long drawn quarrel going on between the Bhaktas and the Jnanis. Jnanis would say God has no form. Bhaktas would say no, he has got the form of Krishna, Shiva, Kali. So there was a quarrel going on for millenniums, and Sri Ramakrishna solved that. Simultaneously, Krishna is also eternally Krishna. Eternal form of Krishna is there. Eternal form of Shakti is there. Devi is there. Vishava is there. And eternal Nirguna Brahman also is there. Simultaneously. There is no contradiction at all. Such an example he gave. So he is beyond expression. Most of these acharyas, they fight. Those of you that have read the commentaries on the Upanishads. So there is a quarrel, war of words between all the Acharya, saying, to express what the ultimate truth is, what Brahman is. Somebody says he is Saguna Brahman, somebody says he is Nirguna Brahman. So all these quarrels go on. So, but Vedas say, God is beyond expression. You can't tell anything about him. You can neither tell that he is Saguna Brahma, he has got the gunas. You cannot say that he has no gunas or Nirguna Brahma. Nirguna Brahma is not the definition of the real truth. So Sri Ramakrishna said, he is with guna, he is without guna, he is beyond both, he said. And the example he gave was, suppose the salt doll goes into the sea to measure the sea. Can you get any information? You will never get. Because doll itself is gone. So nobody can express what God is. Any common man can understand. The salt doll gets into water, telling others, I will come and tell you the depth of this water. What can we expect? Nothing will come. This is how we have to expect. From all the arguments of great Pandits, nothing about Brahman can be predicated. He gives the example of an ant. Ant went to a sugar hill and then it took 1 or 2 pieces in its mouth. It said, next time when I come, I will carry this whole sugar hill into my ant hole. Even if it were able to carry the sugar hill, can it get into the hole? That hole itself will be broken and there will be neither a hole nor ant to enjoy the sugar hill. So when we say that we measure God, we talk about God, it is such foolish thing that we do. And Sri Ramakrishna also, he gives us an example, shows us an example by life that Guru's power is all powerful. When we read our Shastras, our spiritual books, we find there God is the Guru of Gurus. When God's grace is there, Guru's grace is there, then anything can be achieved. There is nothing impossible. So Sri Ramakrishna brings it down to our level. Can God erase all our karmas? That's the common man's question. Whenever we go for questions and answer sessions in such meetings, one of the common questions we get, can the prarabdha be eradicated? Can the prarabdha karma can be changed by anybody, including our Guru, including God? So according to classical Shastras, they say no, it cannot be. Prarabdha karma, you have to suffer. There is no other way. But Sri Ramakrishna in the Avatara, he came and said, what is this karma? This karma, a person who has done sin, he must suffer. A person who has done merits, he must enjoy. The merits must bring you enjoyment, the sins must give you suffering. This is a law. What is this law? Who is behind this law? God alone is behind this law. God wills that bad man, a sinner must get punishment. A man of merit must get joy. This is the will of God. So there is nothing like a mechanical law. If you do something, you must get this result. It is the will of God. Suppose you pray to God, by mistake I have done this one, please save me. As some great saints have done. Oh, we have done it by mistake. Oh Lord, save us. And they have overcome the karma itself. Karma itself is gone. Mathurnath Bhava was there. He went and did something and killed a person just to save his property or just to get some benefit. He killed a person. If the case went to the court and High Court was about to deliver the judgment and Mathur Babu was to be hanged. There was no other alternative. It was the British government. At that stage, Mathur Babu goes and takes refuge under Sri Ramakrishna. Sir, you must save me. Just imagine, it is the prarabdha karma he has done. He has killed the person. The court has inquired about it. Come to the conclusion, this fellow is the person who is responsible. He must be hanged. The judgment is yet to come. It is pending in the court. At this stage, Mathur Babu goes, Sri Ramakrishna. He takes refuge under him. Sri Ramakrishna, he takes pity on this person. He says, you do all those things and come to me like this and pester me. All night what the mother will take place. Go. What the mother will means what I will. So it is the will of God. God changes the prarabdha karma, and we see in the history Madhurva goes scot-free. How the court annulled its own decision, nobody knows. What was the force behind it? Except the God himself. So Sri Ramakrishna gives us a new dimension. We need not be afraid of any karma, even including the prarabdha karma. Any karma may be there. It is all the will of God, and will of God has come to us. The most beneficial person, the most loving person of Sri Ramakrishna. We take refuge under him, and we can always expect something miraculous to happen, something very uncommon to happen. There is nothing in this world that cannot be changed by the will of God. This is how Sri Ramakrishna established the faith of common people. Don't go, there is nothing like a mechanical law in this world. For every law, it is the will of God, and God is our own. You take refuge under God, don't care for any law of this world, go beyond the laws. That was Swami Vivekananda's conception of freedom. Go beyond the laws. If you are under the laws, you are a material being. To go beyond the law is the nature of Chaitanya, consciousness, living being, spiritual being. We are all spiritual beings. We are beyond law. How do we go beyond law? By taking refuge under this infinite power called Sri Ramakrishna. This Guru's grace. How Sri Ramakrishna explains the Guru's grace? We don't think about the power of the Guru or the power that flows through our Gurus from Sri Ramakrishna himself. Sri Ramakrishna gives an example. A child also can understand this. Sri Ramakrishna says, you know how the power of Guru is. Suppose there is 1,000 years of darkness in a room. Do you require 1,000 years of light to dispel it? 1 second of light is enough. Bring light and 1,000 years of darkness goes. 1,000 years of darkness is equal to all our karma. All our karmas of thousands of janmas, maybe 1,000 year old or 10,000 year old. One ray of the grace of Guru is enough. The whole karma will go. Another example he gives, a magician is there. He is on the stage. He shows you a rope, puts a tight knot on that one. Asks all the people, strong people, come here and open this knot. Nobody is able to open it. Then, all right, you go and sit there. He puts another 10 more knots. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 10 knots are there. All people are wondering, we could not open a single knot. How will he open this? He only takes one end of it, just shakes it. All the 10 knots open. Oh, God has already come on my excel. So, he says the magician just shakes one end. All the 10 or 100 knots open up. This is the power of the Guru. Don't judge Guru's power by any of these existing powers. It is an inscrutable power, illimitable and inexorable. Its power can solve all the problems. That is how Sri Ramakrishna brings to us the power of the Guru and the unconditioned love of God. How does God's love act? Loving, love of mother, love of father. This is the highest love we have seen in our human society. Whereas God's love, how can you understand? Only when you see the lives of these great people. Sri Ramakrishna's love for his disciples, for his followers, is something fantastic. Once you all have heard about Girish Chandra Ghosh. What a bad person he was. He was complete, he would go out of control when he would go into frenzy. He once, he went into such mood. He came to Dakshineshwar and scolded Sri Ramakrishna, his Guru himself, right and left, with all bad words. Sri Ramakrishna just kept quiet with the greatest patience. And then he was drunk, of course. Girish Chandra Ghosh went away till home. Then Sri Ramakrishna did not feel offended. He felt pity for this Girish Chandra Ghosh. Oh, he has used such bad words to me. Certainly he is going to repent. Certainly he is going to suffer mental agony for what he has done. So I must relieve him from that mental agony. This is the compassion of Sri Ramakrishna. He wants to go and visit Girish Chandra Gaur, who has come and scolded him and he has gone home. How to go? So he is asking all the other devotees who were there, who has heard this Girish Chandra Gaur just talking to him all such bad words. He is asking, what do you think about this Girish Chandra Gaur? All the people said, almost, yet with only one exception, no sir, he is a very bad person. Nothing can be done about him. Never visit him. Let him go and suffer. Only one among them, one Ramchandra Datta, he said, sir, what can he do? After all, you have made him like that. You are the Lord. You could have made him a good man, but you have made him a drunkard. You have made him a wicked man. So what can you expect from such a person? What you have given, that only he will give you. Just like in Sri Krishna's avatara, he was doing dance over the head, put up that Kaliya, the snake. So he went on just pouring out the venom on Sri Krishna's feet. Then all the people said, what is this? You are pouring the venom on Sri Krishna's feet. That is all. That what is he given to me, I am giving it to him. He did not give me Amrita. He gave me Visha. That only I will give. So Ramchandra quoted this. He told, sir, if he has scolded you, it is not his fault. It is your fault. Sri Ramakrishna accepted this. He said, then this Ramchandra is the right man. Let us listen to him. Let us go to his place. He takes Ramchandra, goes to Girish Chandra Gaur, really finds him repentant and not eating anything from morning till evening. As soon as he sees Sri Ramakrishna, he falls at his feet and weeps in repentance of what he has done. And then he says, sir, if you had not come now, having compassion over me, I would have thought you also as ordinary person. Now I know that you are the God himself who cannot take offense of anybody, because we are all your children. You cannot take offense at your own children's words. So now I am 100% convinced you are the avatara. Otherwise I would have lost this faith in you if I had not come. See, this great Guru, so much of patience, so much of love. So many instances are there. Narendra, when he was in great difficulty, when all the other people, nobody went to help him. His father has passed away, there is poverty at home, there is nothing to eat, and he is a qualified person, full of enthusiasm, ready to work, there is no job. In such a situation, so he almost talks like an atheist. So that offends all the devotees. All the devotees go and complain to Sri Ramakrishna. Sir, Narendra, your great disciple, has become an atheist. Sri Ramakrishna does not believe. So many of the devotees are there. So they are all very dependable person. They have heard from Narendra himself. He has talked about atheism. There is no God. If God were there, would you think that I would be suffering like this? He would not have ameliorated my suffering. They went and report, but Sri Ramakrishna's love for Narendra was so much, he would not believe. Once, one very dear person, when he talked about the same thing to him, I said, I will not look at your face if you talk anything against Narendra. I know that Narendra can't be like that. He holds on to that idea. Narendra is good, Narendra is good, Narendra is good. Such faith in the disciple. And what is the result? Narendra becomes a slave to the love of Sri Ramakrishna. He says, in the whole world I never found anybody as my friend when I was in the suffering. Even my parents did not love me at that time. They had also some suspicion about my character. It was one man who did not suspect me the least, and that was Sri Ramakrishna. So I became a slave to him. So this is the uniqueness of this Guru Sri Ramakrishna. So we talk about Sri Ramakrishna as an ideal Guru. Our Shastras talk of the ideal Guru as, so he must be Shrotriya, Avrijina, Akamahata and Brahmanishta. These are the 4 qualifications of the Guru in the Upanishads. Shrotriya, he must know all the Shastras. So already our Srinivas Maharaj has told you that not only he was Shastra, the Shastras have come from him. His own words are the Shastras. He is above the Shastras. So there is no question at all about his being a Shastrajna. The whole Shastras have come emanated from him. Similarly, Avrajana akamahata. There should be no sin at all in him. And akamahata, there should be no lust in him. Lustlessness, we see so glaringly. In the last 3 days you have heard how Sri Ramakrishna worshipped his own wife, how he shared the bed with her for 6 months without coming down to the level of the body at all. Mother lived in the superconscious state and this Sri Ramakrishna lived in a superconscious state for 6 months. We have heard about it. And the effect of it was what? His very name would drive away all lust from others also. Girish Chandra Ghosh says, when devotees went to him, so what do you say? How did you overcome all your proclivities to lust and lustful deeds? He said, the name of Sri Ramakrishna cured everything. So I used to think about him, take his name. I could not drink because Sri Ramakrishna's face I would see in my bottle of drink. So when I would see the face of Sri Ramakrishna, I would throw away. And you see the life of Girish Chandra Ghosh. He has gone into a bad house. He is in the prostitute's house. Suddenly the thought of Sri Ramakrishna comes. He leaves that house as it is. Straight away comes to Dakshineshwar. This is the power of the Akamaha Tattva of Sri Ramakrishna. Not only lustlessness. Anybody who takes his name, anybody who remembers his form, the lust runs away. He is a terror to Kama. Wherever Sri Ramakrishna's name is there, it is a terror to lust. That is what Sri Ramakrishna's devotees, they experienced. Ordinary gurus usually are sought. We see in the life of Shankaracharya, he goes in quest of the guru, all the way from Kalani to the north, and where he meets his guru, Govindapada. Whereas here, the guru goes in quest of the Shishya. This is the uniqueness of this unique guru of Sri Ramakrishna. When you read the life of Sri Ramakrishna, it is the first time it is the guru that meets the Shishya. The Shishya has not gone to the guru. Sri Ramakrishna goes to a house, the house of the devotee's house, where Swami Vivekananda has come as a young man to sing. So Sri Ramakrishna is there. There is the guru meets the Shishya for first time. So when he sings very well, Sri Ramakrishna says, this boy sings very well. So please send him to Dakshineshwar. He tells that Mitra. So after that Mitra, then the Shishya comes and meets Sri Ramakrishna. Guru goes and meets the disciple. And you also know in the life of Sri Ramakrishna, he goes to the top of the Kuti building and calls all the devotees. Please come, I want to share the spiritual knowledge, spiritual wealth with you. This is the uniqueness of Sri Ramakrishna. And we remember the scene where Sri Ramakrishna shares all that he had acquired in his life, all the spiritual powers, all the spiritual knowledge, all the knowledge of the human psychology, whole thing he transfers over to his Shishya, Narendra. And in the end he is shedding tears of joy. I have given all that I have to you and I have become a fakir. I have become absolutely penniless. That means I have not kept even an iota of the spiritual power or spiritual wealth that I have acquired. I have given everything over to you. This is the acme of love. When love comes, you forget yourself. You throw away all that you have. There is a beautiful saying in Sanskrit, Sarvatra Jayam Ichchet, Putradichat Parajayam. You must expect to conquer everywhere, get success over everybody, but not when you face your son or your disciple. You must get defeated by your son and get defeated by your disciple. Then only you are a great father. Then you are a great guru. Here we see Sri Ramakrishna gives away everything that he gives and then says, I have given away everything, Naren, to you. You are going to achieve great things. Sri Ramakrishna came to achieve the Punaruthana of the Dharma. Again, resuscitation of the real Dharma in this world. So Sri Ramakrishna said, my phase is over. I have started the work. The mission of revitalizing this world with spirituality has started. Now you will do my work. My work has stopped here. So he was shedding tears of joy, saying, I have given everything to you. I have become a fakir. This is the ideal guru. Otherwise, we used to hear one Pailwan was there. So he used to teach everybody best art of fighting, the wrestling. So one of his disciples became very famous. Then he became so egoistic. He said, I can defeat my guru himself. Then people were astounded. What is this? The guru is such a great person. All right, let us arrange for a fight. So they arranged for a fight. In the very first round, the guru defeated this one. Then the Shishya said, Sir, you did not teach me this art at all. I knew what you would do. That's why I did not give you phone. So this is the usual gurus. They reserve something so that the Shishya will not outdo them. Here was the ideal guru who gave away everything and was extremely joyous about it. Sri Ramakrishna continues to lead Naren by hand. Wherever he is, he finds Sri Ramakrishna leading him. It is not that when he was in the physical body. So Sri Ramakrishna is away from his physical body in his own abode. But he is always with Naren also. We have got so many instances in Narendra's life. One of them is when he has gone to Chicago and he has not been given admission. So he is worried. I came here to preach about this Vedanta, give this message to the world, but I am not admitted into this hall because I don't have a credential. So he was very much disappointed. So you all know from the life of Swami Vivekananda, he was staying with a professor, Professor Wright, Greek professor of Harvard University. And Wright sees Swami Vivekananda, who would usually be very jovial, very disquiet. So he is a little worried. Then Wright asks him, Swamiji, what worries you? What is it? How is it you look very much solemn and somber? Then Swamiji does not answer. He keeps quiet. What was worrying him was, how will I manage to get into this forum, world forum? I have been refused. What will happen to my mission for which I came? This was worrying him. He did not tell Professor Wright. Just after a few minutes, Professor Wright sees him. He is full of joy. Then what changed? How did you were so serious a few minutes back? How is it you are so joyful? Then Swami Vivekananda says, he had a vision of Sri Ramakrishna. So when he was dispirited, Sri Ramakrishna appears before him. Oh boy, why are you worried? You are certainly going to appear in Chicago. You are certainly going to become victorious. Don't be worried. Immediately when he hears, he becomes joyous. And his face is full of joy. Right notices. Sri Ramakrishna guides him every step. So this is the uniqueness of Sri Ramakrishna's Guru. So, Naren, I will be one last instance I will tell and we will close. There are a number of incidents about this unique Guru and unique Shishya. We will hear something about this unique disciple. Sri Ramakrishna once, there were circumstances when Sri Ramakrishna was in Kasipur, so he had to be taken care of. So many disciples had to live with him. Most of them are all bachelor, student disciples. So they were serving him. They didn't have money. Some householders used to give money. Mainly the Ramchandra Datta and some other devotees. They used to bear the expenses. One day Ramchandra Datta found, you see, that the expenses of the Kasipur garden is going up too much. You must control. How are you spending the money? I would like to see the accounts. So the direct disciples were all very much worried, especially Shashi Maharaj. He was taking care of these accounts. So he is trying to prepare some accounts to show Ramchandra Datta. So when this was known to Narendra, they were all very much worried. What is this? So we are spending the minimum upon our Guru, and he is the Guru of all his householders also. So they are asking for accounts. What sort of a situation is this? So Narendra was also worried. At that time, somehow or other the news went in the ears of Sri Ramakrishna. Sri Ramakrishna told Naren, why should we stay here? You take me somewhere. You can put me anywhere you want. You can put me in a hut, or you can put me under a tree. Wherever you put me, I will be there. You take me away from this place. So Sri Ramakrishna talking to Narendra. So Narendra, when he hears, so he keeps it as a stone. This is the promise of Sri Ramakrishna. Wherever I take him and put him, he will be there for all time to come. He did not use it at that time. The problem solved, got solved in a very peculiar way. It is this Girish Chandra Ghosh who came, the hero devotee. So he comes and finds Shashi Maharaj is a little depressed. He asked Shashi Maharaj, why are you depressed? I am writing accounts for Ramchandra Datta. Accounts of what? Girish Chandra Ghosh asked. See, for the money that is spent, he took that accounts book, tore it and threw it away. Girish Chandra Ghosh, he said, what? Accounts to be asked from you? You people who have been serving Sri Ramakrishna, I will sell my house and give you money. Don't take money from the Ramchandra Datta. This is the hero of Girish Chandra. He solved the problem. But then this promise of Sri Ramakrishna has remained. Swamiji is storing it. He is going to use it for the welfare of the world. When the opportunity came, when they purchased the land on the banks of Ganga, where Belur Math is today, and the Belur Math ground was purchased, and when the Bhumi Puja was done, Swami Vivekananda used this boon of Sri Ramakrishna. Sri Ramakrishna was no more, but his promise is there. Swami Vivekananda carried the urn in which Sri Ramakrishna's relics were there. It was called Atma Ramaya Kota. It is the vessel which contained the Atma Rama, Sri Ramakrishna himself. He carried Sri Ramakrishna on his shoulder. He brought it there, kept in the Belur Math ground and did puja there. And he told his disciple Sharat Chandra, I will not take this back. I have brought him from there, from Nilambar Babu Garden house. Now I have put him on Belur Math grounds here. I am not going to take him back. Till the end of time he will be here. His promise is there. Narayan, wherever you keep me, I shall be there. I have kept him, I have not taken him back. So he will be here till the end of time to bless all the devotees for all time to come. This is the uniqueness of Swamiji. It was a boon Sri Ramakrishna gave him personally, but he did not use it for himself. He used it for the whole of humanity. So such instances of this unique disciple and unique guru, there are many, but we will not go beyond our time. Today we shall close here itself. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti.